is up, guys? It is TrueOp here, back with another video. Today I wanted to do a quick first impressions video for this game, Black 1 Blood Brothers. If you're a big fan of the old school SOCOM, Ghost Recon style games where you control a dude and you also control the whole squad, and you can swap from dude to dude and control whoever you want from wherever you want, man, this is the type of game for you. I've been having an absolute blast with this game. This game is made by one developer alone, which I admire a lot, and it's unbelievably affordable. I picked it up for $8 on a Steam sale. I want to say it's like 13 bucks wholesale, but man, for the amount of stuff you get and for the type of game this is, for the type of person it's catering to, we'll talk about it a little later, but I'm telling you right now, if he cleans up the AI just a little bit, I would have paid 60 bucks for this game straight up. So I have no issues with the pricing of this game for what you get. So for combat, what's the bottom line up front? It's pretty good. It could be better. I'm going to caveat that by saying that the developer is working on a pretty big overhaul right now as far as the weapons handling / movement feels. So right now, you'll see in this B-roll footage in the background, the movements can be a little snappy / arcadey, I guess you could call it. But he is working on smoothing all that out, like you're leaning, you're aiming down sights, so that it feels a little more smooth and real, and not so snappy. As far as the AI goes, you might think, man, this AI looks really brain dead in some of this gameplay. I want you to keep in mind, I put this on the easiest difficulty for my first playthrough, mostly because there is a lot to this game as far as controlling your squad, all your equipment you can have. I didn't know what equipment was important and what wasn't, so I did, after beating the first little campaign through once, just ramp it all the way up to the highest difficulty, and it turns off all these icons, and the AI gets a lot more aware of their surroundings, and they absolutely will f you up if you're not paying attention. So just keep that in mind. While I do think that the AI could use some work, they're not as brain dead as some of this footage might make them look to be when you go up in the higher difficulties. So for equipment and customization, this is probably one of my favorite things about this game. I'm a big loser LARPer when it comes to video games. I like to try to kit myself out in a game the same way I do in real life, minus the quad nods because I'm not that cool. However, this game really lets you customize a lot. As you can see from the footage, I had him set up as a GWAT guy, and now I'm about to set him up as a Woodland Recon guy. You can change every piece of your equipment, and then as you can see when I pick my equipment, there's a little camo section right here, and look at all those camos you can choose from. I mean, you can really customize these guys out the way you want. All the slots you have, the face mask, the gloves, the ghillie suits, headphones, you name it, man. You can do it all and just make this guy look exactly the way you want him to look for whatever operation he's on and whatever role he's playing, whether he's an assaulter, a support by fire guy, or a recon guy. You have all these different options for your gear, quote unquote, which is just like your kit vest setup where you want your magazine pouches, radio, all that stuff. It doesn't affect the game. It's just how it looks and how you want it to look, which I think is super awesome. You have all these night division options that you want. You have these kit options that give you minesweepers, handcuffs, break-in kits, lockpicks. I haven't even really needed to use them, but maybe that's an easy difficulty thing. You have these UAV options. You can use a freaking riot shield if you want. There's healing options to give you actual medics, and depending on the injuries, your guy's not going to be able to actually sustain a casualty with just an IFAK, so you need like a hardcore dedicated medic or two. This official preset gives you some super quick snappy options. You can literally just pick it for your environment, upload it, and go if you want. So, and then you can even create your own, so you can get super in-depth with each environment, save it, and then just quick upload it as you go into that environment as you see fit. The gun customization is also super in-depth. I wish more games had the gun customization that this game has. You can literally paint each individual piece as you see fit. You can paint just the magazine, you can paint just the buttstock, you can paint just the upper receiver, you can paint just the barrel, you can paint just the suppressor. You can paint the whole gun if you want. You can auto apply it to everybody's gun across every character. It's super cool. And then you just literally, just like most gun building games, you select, the slot, whether it's the buttstock, magazine, dig, rail, and then you just pick what you want. But what I really appreciate, what you may have just seen with the optic, is you can actually place it where you want on the gun, whether it's all the way to the back or all the way to the front, which is super cool. You can change the reticle on it. When it gets to the foregrip, which is something I am super anal about, and it annoys me so much in games like Gray Zone Warfare, where you have this foregrip on and you have a guy like me holding the gun with super long lanky arms, and he's got this fucking foregrip all the way to the rear next to the magazine. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then they have this super stupid cocked look where their elbows all fucking jacked at a fucking acute angle, and it just looks weird. So when it gets to the foregrip, you'll see it allows you to actually place it all the way towards the front of the barrel, which I absolutely love, because I don't know, it's just a little stupid autistic LARPing thing for me personally. I honestly don't even think I need to say much on this. Like, just check out this lightning, dude. The game looks sick sometimes. So like I said in the beginning, in this game, you can control a squad or multiple squads of people. And the way that works is with this Infil system. You can actually, if you look on the map here, there's 4 different helicopter insertions, and you can literally break your whole 8-man team up into this. So you can have 4 2-man teams if you want. You can have 2 4-man teams, or you can have 1 big team. You can have a squad of 5 and a squad of 3. So it's super cool, and that's actually how I've been able to set up like real life, like quote unquote raids, where for this example, I would have set up my 249, my sniper, and 1 extra rifleman on the south side here, because there's cliffs overlooking this compound, and that would be my support by fire. And then over there on the east, I would insert the rest of my quote assault 1 squad, and then from my 249, I just give them commands to go house to house to house, just like they would in a raid, and I do my own personal shifts and lifts and just support them as they move through. And it's just super freaking cool, in my opinion. I love that type of gameplay. It's real old school, it's real awesome, and I mean, I think you can have a lot of fun with it if you've never done it before. So that's the game so far as I see it. I've only played the first campaign, which is 10 missions. There's 2 more campaigns. One is another 10 missions, and the third one I think is 20, and then there's like this other category that's like a bunch of its own separate missions. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to do in this game. But this is just my first impressions based off those first 10 missions on one of the easier difficulties, the easiest one. Yeah, I think once he puts out this combat update, that's going to help smooth out this kind of arcadey feel it has. And then I think if he can just clean up the AI a little bit, not just the enemy AI, but your teammates as well, I think this game is... I think it's already a banger, but I think it's going to be an absolute fucking smoke show. And to be honest, I don't know how a decent company hasn't come forward and just dumped money in this guy's lap and been like, make this game more incredible, because he absolutely has, in my opinion, the vision to make one of the greatest first-person shooters of this generation. But maybe that's just because I'm old school and I'm into this type of game. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up. Helps the algorithm out. And subscribe. And just keep supporting these indie developers, because in my opinion, these guys are the ones keeping gaming alive. The things that these AAA companies have been doing, in my opinion, is just absolutely unacceptable. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.